So I think this is the time. This is a high time for us as African people. We should wake up. This is the time for us as African, for we to stay in our country, for we to move in the right direction. This is the time for the government to arise, to make sure that the economy is balanced, whereby youth will not risk their life. Youth will not go through water to come into this nation, come into Europe, this continent. This is the time for African people to wake up that our economy must grow like the Chinese, the economy must grow like the Americans, the economy must grow like the Europeans. This is the time for for the youth to stay in Africa, to make sure that Africa grow to a level whereby as an African you begin to feel that you are home, you are happy, not to move like in the 80s, like in Nigeria, like some other nations in the 80s, in the 70s. Nigerians are like Europe. Nigerians are like, Nigerians, the economy was so balanced that you can never think about going abroad except you want to come and study. I'm not saying that people should not study in Europe, but what I'm trying to say is Africa should wake up. There are some nations like Malawi, like Congo, like so many nations that need to wake up. These places, I want God to intervene in those places. I want God to move with his power to see that these nations, they go from strength to strength. The economy should blossom. They should go higher, whereby their youth, where their people will begin to enjoy the fruit of the nation, the fruit of that country. This is the time, because I'm provoking the spirit. I see that so many things is happening in Africa. There's no improvement. So many places they are suffering with electricity. So many places they are suffering not having good waters. So many places not having good road. So many places not having good companies, no investment, nothing. The citizens are suffering. A lot of things happening over there. This is a time for Africa to go higher. This is time for these nations. All these nations I'm mentioning, the Congos, the Malawians, this is time for them to be stabilized. This is time for them to stabilize. That's what I felt in my spirit. And I moved to speak to those nations, Malawi, Congo, and some other rest of African nations, that God should move by his power and let the economy begin to grow, begin to move higher. Malawi, Congo, begin to move higher. That says the Spirit of God. I want that nation to move higher. I want the power of God. I want God to move into those nations so that people will begin to reckon with them. People will begin to recognize them. People will know that, yes, these nations, just look at Rwanda. Look at what is happening in Rwanda. Rwanda is moving to another greater height. They are moving to another dimension of economic growth. That is a big, massive improvement. So we want more. Malawi, Congo, these nations to move. In the next 3 years, 4 years, these nations will begin to rise. They will begin to rise. Things will begin to happen. Yes, even I know Burundi, those nations need to move. They need to move to another level. Burundi, they need to move to another level. Burundi, these nations need to grow in economy. The country should be nice. The country should grow. These nations should grow. These nations should grow. Burundi, Malawi, Congo. And God will see them through. God will see their president through. In the name of Jesus. God will see them through in the name of Jesus. God will see them through in the name of Jesus. These countries will rise and shine. These 3 nations I call, I want God to intervene in their economy, in their growth. Burundi, Malawi, and then Congo. Yes, because I speak into them. I want good things to happen in them. I prophesy into them. I want good things to happen in those nations. I speak with authority. Let those nations begin to grow economically wise. They are going to grow. There's no more war, no more troubles in those lands. So shall it be. Those nations need a good governance. They need people that can handle hem of affair. People who are, who are their orientation You know, they need people who can, you know, manage the country, the resources, what they have. These countries are rich. Congo is rich, so they need somebody who can manage the resources. They need people who are going to handle the hem of affair, to be in a position to make sure that these countries, you know, grow from strength to strength. They grow economically, you know, whereby the world will begin to look at them. Their export and importation things they import and export, so that people, the youth, begin to benefit from their country. There will be no exodus, massive of people leaving the shores, people leaving the countries. These countries need to, you know, people whom God is going to touch, people who can come to that position and then look at what they have, the capital, the income, and see how they can stay. We don't want people that can embezzle money, people that will eat the money and forget about the nation, forget about the masses that are suffering. We want people that can look at the areas in different regions, look at the people that will occupy those posts, and they will see the nations and know what they can give to the nation. And so that God will begin to speak to them. They will begin to know, because that's what we're looking for. We want God to touch them, you know, whereby some of them, whereby they will look and know what to do at the right time. That's what I'm clamoring for. And I know God will do it for those nations in the name of Jesus. So bless you. This video should go viral, go viral, go viral. This political angle, I'm speaking from the political angle and the spiritual angle. So it should go viral. I remember your Apostle Daniel Osondo Ufomadu from Nigeria. God bless you.